Alright, welcome back to another exciting episode of writing some Game of Thrones stuff in ChatGPT. Today, we're going to keep going with Sir Davos, taking the kingdom plotline. And so, just to catch you up in case you missed the first one, you can go watch it, or you can, there wasn't too much going on. So what we've done so far is we've given Sir Davos the throne. So he appeals to everybody, says, he's the son of a crabber, all of that. And then the Ironborn came up and said that they believe he's the chosen one, and everybody kind of goes along with that. So what I'm doing now is I'm telling it that that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. And here I gave it a bunch of stuff. Now, I'll put this in the prompt. You can read through everything that I put in here, but I provided a bunch of plot that I think is going to keep the story kind of going in the direction that I want it to go. And then I'll add little elements as we go. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm not going to waste too much time going through this. So here we go. So Davos they've all agreed that he's king. And so Sir Davos exits the dragon pit and makes his way to the Mudgate. He wants to take in the fresh air and bask in the joy of his new role as the king. However, as he nears the water's edge, he hears a strange noise. He stops in his tracks and peers over the edge. There he sees a water witch. Davos recoils in fear, but the woman motions for him to approach. "You are the one who will usher in the age of the crab." "What do you mean?" "The crab will bring everlasting peace to the Seven Kingdoms, but first there must be a great battle to test the Crab King." Sir Davos is unsure of what to make of the witch's words, but he can't shake the feeling that there is some truth to what she is saying. "What kind of battle?" I might go in and out of Davos. I might have it, I might not. We'll see. So, Water Witch, cryptically. The kind of battle that will test the very heart of the Crab King. Sir Davos leaves the water's edge deep in thought. He returns to the Red Keep, where he is now the official king of the Seven Kingdoms. The people cheer for him as he ascends the throne, but there is a sense of unease in the air. "My people of Westeros, I promise to lead with compassion and justice. Together, we will build a better future for all." The crowd cheers again, but some of the people are uneasy about the changes that may be coming. Okay, I kind of like... It's putting story elements. I might have given it a little too much. I like to go scene by scene and put it all together later. But, I mean, it's okay. I can prompt it and we'll see. So, Sir Davos meets with representatives of the Iron Bank who are concerned about his plans for the kingdom. "Your Grace. Your Grace." No. What does this guy sound like? "Your Grace, we are worried about these crab coins you have introduced. They are not recognized currency, and we fear they may have undermined the stability of the realm." I understand. Well, the Iron Bank wouldn't be here. We're going to have to change this. "So I understand your concerns." "I understand your concerns. But the crab is a symbol of the Seven Kingdoms now. It is a powerful and noble creature, and it deserves to be venerated." "And what of those who refuse to use the crab?" This should just be an advisor. So just Iron Bank representative is an advisor. We'll change that. This is okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put in what we want to have happen. What I'm going to have happen here is we're going to have the, like I said, in the original prompt. So we're going to have it where he meets with the Water Witch. She tells him about this battle that's coming. He's going to go back to the kingdom, stew on it. Then he's going to introduce these currencies, and he needs to give a speech about that. And I like to give the elements too before I go too far into it, because it'll still have that when I start correcting it. It'll know where we want to go. But so you want to put in a lot more information if you're... This is more for basic story stuff, but we're really going to go off the deep end with this one. Like I said last time, into the crabby waters. So let me just do that real quick. What we're going to have happen here, this is kind of where I think Davos, he is a cool guy. I like him. He's one of my favorite characters. And he always goes off about being the son of a crabber, which is hilarious to me for some reason. But I think maybe that, with the death of his son and all that, maybe he went a little crazy. And then this Water Witch, who he shouldn't have trusted, but we're just going to have it where he starts to introduce these new reforms. Just in case this happens to you. So it spit out, the original scene, so I'm just going to say continue. And now it knows what we want to have happen. So we'll see what happens here in this revised scene, after the Water Witch. So Sir Davos is asleep in his bed. He tosses and turns, dreaming of the Water Witch he met earlier. In his dream, he sees a giant crab, its pincers reaching towards him. The crab is surrounded by darkness, and Sir Davos feels a sense of unease in his chest. Suddenly, he wakes up with a start. Oh! What was that? He looks around his room, his eyes wide with fear. Sir Davos, it was just a dream. Sir Davos walks through the castle grounds, lost in thought, just really trying to clear his head. He heads towards the mud gate, where he hears a mysterious sound near the water. He approaches cautiously, unsure of what he will find. There he sees the witch again. She is looking over the sea, her face serene. I knew you would come. What do you want from me, witch? I have a message for you, Crab King. Crab King? What are you talking about? The crab is the symbol. Yeah, okay, she said that. There will be a great battle. Yada, yada, yada. What kind of battle? It gets locked into this, but we can keep going. The kind only... So there'll be what kind of battle? The kind that only a true king can win. This is... I believe Davos might be the prince that was promised. You know? Maybe. Sir Davos Seaworth is meeting with his advisors in the throne room. Jon Snow, Tyrion Lannister, and Sansa Stark are among them. Okay, so Sansa gave up on her dreams of a northern kingdom, which is good, because Davos was going to have to go up there, but we don't have to worry about that now. My friends, continue. My friends, I want to thank you all for being here today. As you know, I have been chosen to be the new king of the Seven Kingdoms, and I am committed to ruling with compassion and justice. We know that. No. We know. No, Jon Snow is another one. I gotta be... But what exactly... But okay, we know that, Sir Davos, but what exactly are your plans for the realm? I'm glad you asked. I have some new reforms that I would like to implement, ones that I believe will bring about a brighter future for all of us. And what kind of reforms are these? Well, for one thing, I think we need to start venerating the crab. The group looks taken aback. The crab? Yes, the crab. It's the symbol of the Seven Kingdoms now. And I believe that if we venerate the crab, we can bring about a new era of prosperity and peace. How is veneration of the crab going to help the realm? Because the crab is a powerful and noble creature. One that embodies the spirit of the small folk. And by venerating the crab, we can remind ourselves of the importance of and by venerating the crab, we can remind ourselves of the importance of serving the people. And what about the currency you introduced? The crab coins? The crab coins are here to stay. They're the official currency of the Seven Kingdoms now, and anyone who refuses to use them will face the consequences. Jon Snow, alarmed. And what kind of consequences are those? Just a little gold seizure, that's all. This is where Davos is starting to go a little bit nuts, which is, you know, what I was talking about. You don't lose a son and have the man who's, did it as your advisor without having a little something going on without having something going on upstairs that might be a little bit, off. So the group looks at each other, unsure of what happens, unsure of what to make of these strange policies. Sir Davos, with all due respect, are you sure you're making the right decision here? These reforms seem a little unorthodox. I understand your concerns, my friend, but I truly believe that these reforms are key to unlocking the true potential of the Seven Kingdoms. The group looks at each other, still unsure of what to make of this new king and his strange policies. A crowd of small folk have gathered outside the Red Keep, holding signs and shouting slogans. They are protesting Sir Davos' new policies. We want our gold back! We want our gold back! We won't be forced to use crab coins. Sir Davos looks at the crowd from the balcony of the Red Keep, his face stern. They don't understand. They don't see the bigger picture. He turns and walks back into the throne room, deep in thought. Sir Davos is alone in his chambers, staring at a crab-shaped statuette on his desk. Let's continue. What is it that the Water Witch meant by great battle? What is the true test of a crab king? He picks up the statuette and turns it over in his hands, lost in thought. Suddenly, he hears a knock at the door. He sets down his statuette and goes to answer it. Yes? Your Grace, there's something you need to see. Sir Davos follows the messenger through the halls of the keep, his heart racing. Sir Davos is standing outside his cell, peering through the bars. Inside, he sees a group of men and women, their faces bruised and battered. What is this? Who are these people? They're the leaders of the resistance movement, Your Grace. The ones who refuse to use the crab coins.
And what have you done with them?
We had to do something, Your Grace. They were disrupting the peace. Sir Davos looks at the prisoners, his heart heavy. He knows that this is not the kind of ruler he wants to be.
Release them, and make sure they're treated with the respect they deserve.
The messenger nods and scurries off to do as he's told. Sir Davos looks back at prisoners, his eyes filled with regret.
What have I become?
What have I become? Okay, the Red Keep. Sir Davos is standing on the balcony of the Red Keep looking out over the city. He sees the small folk protesting in the streets, and his heart sinks. What have I done? He says to himself again. Suddenly, he hears a noise behind him. He turns to see the water witch standing there, her eyes burning with intensity. The time has come, Crab King. The great battle is upon us. No, it's not. Sir Davos looks at her.
I'm ready.
The water witch nods, and with a flick of her wrist, disappears into water. It's not the water. She's gonna just be like, whoosh, it's like a bucket of water on the floor. She's gonna turn into water and just like seep out of the fucking cracks of the Red Keep. So Sir Davos turns back to face the city, knowing that he has a great challenge ahead of him, but he is determined to do what he must to bring about peace and prosperity. I think we can keep going. We'll do one more. Real quick. So we'll do, just this last one, and then I'll probably call it after that on this video, because I don't want these to go too long. So Sir Davos is walking through the streets surrounded by his guards. He is no longer the man he once was. His commitment to the Crab Kingdom has transformed him, and he is now fully devoted to the cause. As he walks, he stops to talk to small folk, asking them about their lives and their struggles. He hands out crab coins, telling them that they are the future of the Seven Kingdoms. But Your Grace, what about our gold?
The crab coins are the currency of the crab coins. They're the currency of the future. They will bring about a new era of prosperity for all of us.
The small folk look at him skeptically, but Sir Davos is undeterred. He is committed to the cause, and he believes that the Water Witch can lead him to his true destiny. Sir Davos is standing out on the balcony looking out over the city. He sees the small folk below going about their business, and he feels a sense of pride.
This is what it's all about. Making life better for the people.
Suddenly, he hears a noise behind him. He turns to see the Water Witch standing there, her eyes burning with intensity. The time has come, Crab King. The great battle is upon us. Sir Davos looks at her, his heart racing. I'm
ready.
Then follow me. With that, she disappears in the water. Sir Davos follows, determined to see this through to the end. Sir Davos is standing on the deck of a ship. He's on the open sea now. He's like, okay. Sir Davos is standing on the deck of a ship, looking out over the water. The Water Witch beside him, her eyes closed in concentration. The battle is near. Can you feel it?
Yes, I can.
Then let us begin. With that, she raises her arms to the sky, and the water around them begins to churn. Sir Davos watches in amazement as crabs of all shapes and sizes begin to emerge from the water, crawling up onto the deck of the ship.
What is this? What? By the seven, I've never seen anything like this. In all my years of crabbing, I ain't never seen nothing like this.
This is the power of the Crab King, the power to command the creatures of the sea. Sir Davos looks at the crabs around him, feeling a sense of awe and power. He knows that this is his true identity, and he is determined to see it through to the end. Alright, that is some pretty compelling stuff. I'm going to close it out there. We'll come back to this in a few episodes and really kind of like dig deep, figure out what's going on with the Crab King, and see what this is all about, because he's got some crazy powers. Like the video, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and comment if you like, where this is going. I've got a whole kind of crazy story for Davos here. It's missing some elements, but we'll get it there. So yeah, cool. Have a good one, and see you next time.